Hello and welcome to the Three Geeks podcast. My name is Jay. I'm joined, like always, by Dan, Max, and Philip. Rondell will be joining us here shortly. We have special guest Sean Forney on tonight. He's here to promote a little Kickstarter that he's got going on, so we're going to get into that in just a second. Tonight's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/3geeks. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Still listening to it. I haven't gotten any further than the last time I was on this podcast. I've completely failed, but I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. So that's what I do. Anyway, go ahead and take it off, Max.
Audible's just there like, you failed us for the last time, Jason. You still had that book finished days ago.
Whatever. I finally got the script down right, okay?
All right. No, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Yeah. So far.
All right. But yeah, so Sean is back on. Welcome back, Sean. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right. Yeah, you got. I checked out your Kickstarter for this. It's just a 48 like pinup. What's the word I'm looking for? Goodness, I'm so good at this. Yeah. So it's Sean, why don't you just tell people what it is? It's 48 awesome pictures is what it is.
Yeah. It's a collection of pinup art that I've been working on for like the last 3 years. It's 48 pages of like all the sketches, thumbnails, basically all my thoughts on paper that led up to the final images. So there's going to be like 17 fully finished images that'll be full color pinups based on some various nerd themes. And then, like I mentioned, all the sketches and all the thought process that kind of went into creating each one will be collected in the book. Right now, the project's funded. We reached our first stretch goal that funded adding in tickets to Gem City Comic Con 2017. So anybody that backed the Kickstarter at the second level, everybody got 2 weekend passes to Gem City for next year.
All right.
And we're working on the second stretch goal, which will be a coloring book. So it'll be a black and white version of all the images that's in the book that people can color with crayons, markers, colored pencils, whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. I went and checked out your Kickstarter, and you guys were already there when I looked at it. And I was like, wow. Well, I guess that's actually the first Kickstarter I've ever looked at. And I thought that once you hit the goal, like it was over. So no. I didn't get anything else. but yeah. So maybe I'll just get back in there then. But
yeah. Once it's funded, I mean it's funded, but that could still change. I mean, we still have like 30 some odd days left to the Kickstarter. So I mean, you know, unfortunately, people can go and like pull their pledge and stuff, so that could still change it. But crossing the fingers that none of that changes, and that we'll actually reach the next stretch goal.
All right. Well, yeah. No, I'm definitely getting in on that one then, because yeah, it looked really good. I like some of the extra bonus stuff that you were given. You could pick from a bunch of different, like full page, art that you could get fully colored, looking just amazing. And yeah, no, it's really good. So check it out, Sean. What's the Kickstarter? What's the URL or whatever?
If you go to Kickstarter and you search Geeky Goddesses, or if you search my name, Sean Forney, it'll pop up and give the options for all the various levels of pledging.
Yeah, and that's all you got to do. I'm gonna hop on there pretty much right after this and get in on that, because it's not over, ladies and gentlemen. We can still get in there, get this cool book. I know one of the levels is definitely you get the book, and then you get the book and then some more art, and then also now I guess you can get into this comic book biz, or the coloring book biz. And yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's check it out, because yeah, it looks really good. I'm definitely gonna get myself in on that.
Yeah, and you can check out the link. It's in the description below of this video. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that like button too. But yeah, definitely go check out Sean's page and support it. Support all independent artists. I'm very, very much for that. Sean's done some of the artwork I have down here. I picked it up at Ohio Comic Con. I plan on getting some more this year. It's some cool stuff. But yeah, I guess let's get into our first topic of the night. Let's lead off with the story that I just remembered, which is Mads Mikkelsen has been doing a lot of rounds for the new Star Wars film and Doctor Strange movie that he's going to be a part of. Man is a phenomenal actor, and you know, of course, Hannibal came up, just like, you know, it's the thing he's known for the most, and he's saying that Hannibal could return in 2 to 3 years. And one of the things that he says he's disappointed in is right when the show got canceled was when they were about to acquire the rights to Silence of the Lambs, because that was their plan for season 4. And I really wish I could have seen that. I remember going into Hannibal initially like, we're going to watch some guy do an impression of Anthony Hopkins, and it's just going to be a retread, and I don't feel like the series was a retread at all. Mads Mikkelsen took an iconic film character, and he literally made the character his own. Like, you weren't even thinking about Anthony Hopkins, and this might be sacrilegious to say, but I'm somebody who actually enjoyed the show a lot more than I enjoyed the movies, and that is a testament because I think the movies are really good too. So I hope that we get to see more of this, and I hope that American TV kind of does more of what the British TV does, which is, you know, like Sherlock comes out every 1 or 2 years because, you know, they want to wait for the actors to come back. So they don't cancel the series. They just put it kind of on a break, wait for everybody to get available, and then give us another season of a quality show. And I'm kind of hoping that we here at the States can kind of follow that and we can get this show back. And I would like to see Hannibal go somewhere else than NBC because that show needs to flourish.
Churn it out. Make the money.
What's that?
Churn it out. Make the money. No breaks.
Yeah, take breaks. And follow the 12-episode formula a little bit more, too. Mm-hmm. But, Sean, what do you think of this? Are you a fan of the show, Hannibal?
To be honest, I have not watched the show. I love the movies, and it basically comes down to me having enough free time to watch the show. But I would like to check it out. Hopefully it's on Netflix so I can catch, you know, the seasons that have already aired. But I totally agree that, you know, let it have its break. Let everybody get their schedules in line. You know, get a different studio behind it or whatever. You know, it seems like everybody's going to like the Netflix or the Amazon thing right now. I think a show like that would do extremely well on there, especially with the dark territory that they head into. You know, get one of them to pick it up and run with it.
Yeah, I agree. Max, your thoughts?
Sean, I refuse to believe that you have time to do anything. You are like the busy. Every time I check anything, it's like, hey, Sean's gonna be here. He's doing this like all week. I'm just like, oh, goodness sake, I don't even know how you have time for anything. But anyway, yeah, no, I loved Hannibal. I haven't watched the last season of it. I don't know why I'm afraid to or something. I don't want it to be over.
I know, that's where I'm at right now. Me and my wife just finished too, and I'm like, I don't want it to be over.
But I heard it was really good. I really like, you know, just like you're saying, you know, Mads Mikkelsen takes it, and even everybody involved, they take it their own way. They do what they want to do. It's not like, you know, it's a retelling of the story, but it's definitely their version of it. And yeah, like, you know, the same way the Tim Burton Batmans and the Christopher Nolan Batmans, you know, you can't swap out any of the characters in those movies, even though they're all playing the same characters. They're wholly different things. So yeah, no, it's really good, and everybody involved does an excellent job. You love Lawrence Fishburne in there. I mean, and then everybody else who doesn't have a name apparently. No, that's terrible. But yeah, no, it's a really good show. Oh yeah, Mads Mikkelsen, he's got a name.
And Hugh Dancy.
Yeah, I like the show. I hope it comes back, and you know, yeah, just hopefully, you don't have to rush. It's like, okay, now we know that we have this much time, we can make a better show. You know, they can budget it out for that longer period of waiting and have everything set up to go when they're ready to go.
Nice.
Dan, how do you feel about it?
I like the show a lot. I finished the first season, and like Jason, I was, you know, had lowered expectations towards it because I really didn't like Bates Motel at all. And yeah, it surpassed anything I thought about it. So I would like it to come back. I would like it to come back on Netflix because I don't have a Prime subscription, so that would be great. Yeah, I don't really have anything more to say than you guys did, so we'll go to Phil.
Yeah, so I made it halfway through season 3, and it got into some weird territory. I heard it gets better. Because I mean, it gets psychedelic and trippy, and you're like, what the hell's happening? And then apparently they skip ahead, and then they're like, okay, here, back on with the story. So I was actually sad when I heard that that was happening and they got it canceled. It really is a great show. I didn't actually have trepidation going into it, just because what I saw of it, the clips and everything, I just saw it was a completely different vision than I had. The fact of the way they portray, oh my gosh, I can't even think of Hugh Danty, the character he plays, the guy who's going crazy, basically the investigator.
Yeah. He's playing Ed Norton as the other.
But anyways, so it was really interesting the way they kind of told his character and kind of gave him the arc. And then I loved Mads Mikkelsen as Hannibal. The unfortunate part, it was exclusive to Amazon, at least the rebroadcasting rights. So I think all 3 seasons are on there now. But as far as when it comes back, it definitely needs to go to some sort of medium like that, because Jason, I know you want them to follow the BBC method. The only people that can do that are Netflix and Amazon. They're the ones that'll do it and then go, okay, we can wait because we don't care, we got other things.
I wholeheartedly agree. I know that there was some talk of it going to Amazon right before the show was officially canceled, but they had to give the actors a certain, like they had to let them know by a certain time if they were free to go do other things, and that came up before, I guess, the deal with Amazon could get worked out. So, but now that he's out there talking about it, that's hope for the future.
Yeah. So. Well, the complication is because the rights, or the distribution rights or production rights, were owned by another party. So NBC paid nothing for it. That's why they never canceled it even when the ratings were low, because they essentially were only having to pay, I think, rebroadcast rights or something like that. So that's why I think that was the problem they ran into with Amazon, because I remember them talking about it over and over again. I kept hoping that it would get renewed or move somewhere, and it was too much legalese to get around.
All NBC had to do was move it to like USA or something and let the show shine there and
just sit it on a Saturday night. What else are they going to put on there?
Hannibal got like 4 million views. You put that on a USA or something like that, which is owned by NBC, you're going to clean up. It's going to be the #1 show on that network. Because, shows like Monk were hits and they only had 4 to 5 million views, so why not? Let a show flourish. You have other avenues to put it out there. The critics loved it. I mean, it's just the same thing happened with Arrested Development. I just hope that they don't wait too long like Arrested Development did, which I'm one of the people who liked the 4th season, but it still was a step down from the previous 3, no matter how much you liked it. But moving on, other Netflix, Amazon rumors is Carl Urban is trying to get Dread, the TV series, on either an Amazon or a Netflix. And when this story first broke, it kind of sounded a little desperate, like he was begging for a job to do the show somewhere. But as more and more stuff comes out, it sounds like he's having serious talks with people to get this thing moving, and there's people interested in producing it. So, Max, I know you're a big fan of the film. What are your thoughts?
I hope this happens. I want more Dread movies along that line, and I think if they do make sequels to that movie, then they could go along the lines of more what Dan wanted from the first movie, which I don't think they could have given you. I really like how this one was just like a quick sock in the mouth, Judge Dredd, like no nonsense, no craziness, like pretty linear story, but like just cool stuff happens the entire time. So with a second or third movie or with a series on Netflix, they could definitely get more into like the weirdness of Judge Dredd, because you already know how badass he is. I'm down. However they want to make it, I'm down for them to make it. Sean, how are you feeling about it?
I would like to see it done. I love the movie. I think he did an excellent job as playing Dredd. Hopefully one of these places picks it up and does something decent with it. Netflix has shown they can put out some really good stuff with all the Marvel stuff, so why not?
Philip?
I really hope that they actually pick it up and they do something with it, because I really enjoyed the movie. I don't know that I don't have much faith that Carl Urban's having serious conversations, but I'm hoping that it's actually a little more than him just chatting with his best friend, who happens to be, I don't know, an executive, maybe an executive, I hope's there, maybe just a producer or even assistant producer on the show. And then it's actually a serious conversation, because I really think, I agree with Max wholeheartedly, I really think they could go to interesting territories on either Netflix, Amazon, anywhere really. Anywhere that's more open to that sort of production. Because I really don't think you could really do well on network television with that show at all. It would be awful.
Oh, no. Goodness sake, no. Better just not have it, you know?
Dan, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked the movie better had I not seen The Raid first, as I said before, 'cause it's basically the same movie. But if they can get it to like a Netflix or Amazon, flesh it out, give me a Call Me Kenneth robot. That's what I want. I would be overjoyed, actually. So yeah, let's hope it's coming.
I need to watch Dread. I haven't seen it yet.
What?
I know.
Dude, the movie was freaking awesome!
I'm horrible, but
but we have some breaking news. Screenwriter Ben Ramsey apologizes for Dragon Ball Evolution. Yeah, I think good. It takes a real man to stand up and say, I was wrong for what I did. Yeah, I think presidents have been impeached for less than this man, what this man did, so...
Talk about whitewashing.
I mean, it doesn't even matter. You know, like, if I was from one of the countries that would have normally been offended by the whitewashing, I'd have been like, thank God he didn't have any Asians in that movie. Like, oh. You know, woo! Dodged a bullet on that one. But, yeah, no, so... yeah, the movie was just a piece of shit, and it's got such a huge fan base that I think you owe it a little more respect than that, and obviously now with the great stuff that they're coming, like they're basing off of cartoons and comic books and video games, like it's a better product. You can make a good product and still have it be based off of something stupid, pretty much. But. No, I'm glad he apologized. That's good. That's good. It takes a big man to say he was wrong. Philip, what do you think?
I never actually watched it because I heard the stories of how bad it was and how cheesy it looked. I did enjoy Dragon Ball Z, but I got to give him props for actually apologizing. That's actually pretty impressive. I would never expect that from anybody, not in Hollywood, least of all. Dan, I think you like Dragon Ball Z, don't you?
Oh yeah. You see, I went the other way than you, Philip. I heard how bad it was, and then I had to see it. So, and it was quite bad. If you hadn't, if you changed the names of the characters, I wouldn't have realized it was a Dragon Ball Z movie until like 3/4 of the way through, and be like, oh shit, that's a green guy, and they got Dragon Ball. Oh damn. Yeah, I guess you do something shitty, you probably should apologize for it. John?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I'm like the rest of the crowd here. I heard how bad it was, and I had no desire to watch it. I saw the previews and saw how bad it looked. So, but hey, yeah, props to the dude for admitting he screwed up.
That is funny that was news on Facebook just now.
Actually, the only good thing about that movie is that it gave James Marsters one more acting job.
That's a good thing.
Hey, Spike, come on.
So?
I like Spike.
So
we get to see him at Columbus.
He should apologize too.
If you want to see somebody else apologize for a film, watch the Batman and Robin with commentary. Joel Schumacher apologizes through the whole thing. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's funny. It's a funny commentary. Moving on, more Netflix news. Punisher has just been officially greenlit, and I am super excited about this news, but I really hope that this is going to service their bigger story, and it's not going to, cause any issues with the way their story is supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Am I saying that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see this. John Barenthal was awesome as the Punisher. Probably the best thing about Season 2 of Daredevil, and to hear that he's getting his own series, kudos. Netflix and Marvel is a team made in heaven, and I wish that they would do more. So them doing this is just good news, I think. Max?
Yeah, no, this is awesome. I love the Punisher in Daredevil season 2. John Barenthal kills it. Like he gets the right tone. He's only 5'10". It's just like the only thing they do a good job of like Tom Cruising it up for him, so he doesn't seem so small all the time. But yeah, it's that's the only thing that you would really have a qualm with is that like the Punisher's supposed to be like 6'8" or something.
Stand on the box, John.
Yeah, but no, this is great. The only thing I worry about is if the Punisher is kind of one note. It's like, okay, I find the monster, I kill the monster. Like I don't know if he can hold his own thing. So like I think he's good like sprinkled across. He's like the Hulk. Like he's good in the team. You throw him in there, he goes berserk, and then they deal with it, and then you move on from there. But like so that's the only thing I'm worried about is if there's like enough but
content.
But I've got no reason to think they wouldn't do well enough. Because everything that they put out so far has been excellent, and I've watched it several times, and so there's no real. It's a nothing problem to have. It's one of those good problems to have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Max watched season 2 Daredevil twice in the first weekend it came out.
No, it was only like 1.5 times, but I ended up watching like 8 times. It's ridiculous. And then I did commentary on it, so that was a whole other time. But yeah, Sean, Punisher.
I'm looking forward to it. I loved him in season 2 of Daredevil, and yeah, like you said, it's like they're a match made in heaven or whatever, and they're doing such an excellent job with all these things. However, I don't know how it's going to play into the whole Defenders thing that they're building towards. I don't know if that's going to fit in or not. We'll see what happens.
Philip?
Yeah, I think that's where it could be interesting. Is because that's where I'm hoping that they use that, like what Max was saying. They bring people to his show, and then that way you can kind of get that play off of it. Because I agree with you, Max, that potentially it could be very one note with at least what they've shown us so far, or maybe they'll introduce side characters and kind of expand upon it and go more their route and let him be that one note character. Because I think that's what made him so intimidating and actually interesting on the show was the way he played off other characters. But it'll be interesting to see how true they stay to the character, because I remember what you and Dan were talking about of how specific this character should be, and they pulled it off. But can they pull it off for an entire series? So that'll be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. And I think I'm hoping that what they do is they don't delay the Defenders. They keep that on pace, and then they just somehow work this in. Dan, what are you thinking?
You and Max are slowly making me angry. The Punisher is much more than a one-note character, gentlemen.
Okay.
Okay, you watch Daredevil, right? And from the Ben Affleck to kind of the new series, you get that juxtaposition of Daredevil and like the Cross, and he's like, oh, moral dilemma, and then you've got the Punisher. And he is the moral dilemma. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, there is a Punisher comic book that deals with him and a bus full of school children.
All those school children die?
Yeah,
okay, so I'm down for that. Again, like I was saying, like it could be good. It could be great if they kill a bus full of school children on television. I will flip out.
It's not Game of Thrones.
I mean, oh man, they would
But it's Netflix, so they can do it.
They can do it.
I mean, yeah,
oh man,
great.
they can do it.
And secondly, I don't care if they kill the entire Marvel universe with the Punisher, because that's also a comic book, and it was great. See, Netflix could just kill everybody else, and then have Iron Fist come in and be like, whoa, and it'll just be like,
Iron Fist and the Punisher.
Fist and the Punisher left, and that's all you got. and a bus full of school children on fire. and I would say that's a great series ever. Sorry.
Didn't Punisher have multiple books for a while? There was like Punisher, and then there was like Punisher War Journal, and
yeah.
Punisher Max,
Punisher War Journal, and it had Punisher 2099.
I think it would be really, really cool if they did Punisher as just like a series of war journals. So it's like one shot per episode, like an hour long, where they just released it at random points. They just released a new episode, just like War Journal, this date, and then like all this shit goes down. And, you know, and it's just like the Punisher doing shit and fucking shit up, but keeping it real short and telling like crazy stories. But then like they had like 15 or 16.
Yeah. Do it like a 15-minute like thing where we just like showed up in Afghanistan, and, you know, tracking this drug shipment, and everybody was on fire.
But I think that would be really cool, and that'd be something kind of different that they could do, and you know, I don't know, it'd be a lot of fun and shit.
Yeah, it could be. Oh my God, Sean made me think of that. It could be Marvel's answer to Game of Thrones. Punisher could be throwing babies off of castles and attack dogs, sicken babies, and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
that have sex with his long lost sister.
Because doesn't the Punisher have a dog?
In the show.
Yeah,
he does.
see, there you go.
Yeah,
Could be their answer.
Didn't they kill the dog?
No, they threatened to kill the dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No animals were harmed in the film.
Well, they don't have to harm the animal. The dog in the story.
No, Daredevil
Just small
wasn't ready to
children.
go Game of Thrones, but the Punisher will go Game of Thrones. Completely opposite side of the spectrum. Space Jam 2 has been officially with Fast and Furious 6's James Wan directing and LeBron James starring.
Okay.
I really don't know what to think of this news. I like Space Jam 1. I mean, I haven't seen it since I was 12, but I remember really enjoying it. I remember Bill Murray talking about why Larry Bird was good at basketball, but white people weren't. Anyway, I thought it was a funny film, and I don't know how it holds up, and I don't know what to think of this. Max?
What else has this guy directed?
Not The Conjuring.
He directed The Conjuring, Insidious.
Yeah.
Insidious, The Conjuring,
Saw.
Saw,
and Fast and the Furious.
Yep.
5 and
and
6.
potentially
5 and
Aquaman.
6. And now he's making Space Jam 2. I want this to be like the great shining like amalgamation of all of his work. I want a little bit of everything in there.
Yes.
I think that it would be the greatest Space Jam. I mean, because like in the first Space Jam, those evil aliens came down, and like I just want when you go into the alien spaceship, you just see like all the fucked up shit that the aliens are doing. Like, you know, they got other races enslaved, and you know, like how they wanted to make Michael Jordan play basketball for the rest of time, but you know, just like crazy fucked up shit going on in the alien mothership, and then you know, and then Vin Diesel drives a car through it, and then LeBron dunks on somebody, and they call it a fucking movie.
No.
You gotta get The Rock in there then.
LeBron is sitting on the hood of the car. And
yes, he does like dunk off the
and it's going through like razor blade
and The Rock comes in with a minigun and kills a bunch of aliens.
And some scary children of the Corn Kid is like filming the whole thing.
Done.
There's your movie, people.
Write it up. Philip, how do you feel about Space Jam 2?
So I'd be more excited about your version of the movie than what I think we're going to get. The original movie was okay for what it was, and it's not bad. I don't know. I didn't recently watch it, but I've seen it since we were children, and it's not horrible, but it's not great either. So I think it'll be that. I think it'll work to that. I think the adults who want to reminisce and remember that and then go watch this will be horribly, sorely disappointed. And go, that's not what I remember.
I think if you rewatch the first Space Jam, then you should be like, oh, well, yeah, it's probably the same thing.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, sir.
Got me on that one. I don't know if they ever said Michael Bay isn't directing. I just had this crazy moment where I was like, there it is, that's everything.
Well, that's because Michael Bay is helping James Wan with Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
He's just adding a whole bunch of explosions in the back.
Yeah, everything I said except explosions. Explosions everywhere.
The basketball court explodes,
LeBron,
and
like,
The Rock is
in the
still
movie-
hanging from the basketball hoop.
In
Like,
the movie, LeBron wakes up to brush his teeth, and fucking like his nightstands explode, and like he goes into the bathroom, and the toilet explodes, and he's brushing his teeth, and he puts the toothbrush down, and the fucking shit explodes. Fucking toast explodes out of the toaster.
Oh, that's awesome. Sean, what are your thoughts on Space Jam 2?
Why? I don't know. I only remember watching the first one once, and I don't know. I'm not that big of a fan of basketball, so yeah, I don't know. And now knowing that the movies this guy directed, I'm afraid to see what they're gonna make.
Sean, we just told you why.
You don't want to go see basketball?
Well, I'd see your guys' version,
Escapades.
but I have a feeling they're not gonna make that version.
Oh, they know it's good for them. They'll make that version because everyone's like, "Holy crap! I can't believe they made that movie." Like,
but it's got to be PG.
they're like, this movie studio will do anything.
Ooh,
You never know what you're gonna see.
We can
That'll
just bring back
more people
canon
in.
films.
Yeah. That's when
Brilliance. Because Superman 4 wasn't a great swan song. They need to make one more great film, and this is it.
Oh,
wow, I can't even believe we got to follow that up, but we're going to try. So this could be taken as sad news, happy news, I don't know, but Dan Aykroyd is extremely desperate to get one of his properties rebooted for 2000s, and it didn't work so well for him in Ghostbusters. So now he has moved on to the Blues Brothers, and he is trying to get a Blues Brothers animated series to go. I don't know. I like the first Blues Brothers movies, and there's parts of the second one that I like, some of the musical stuff. But I don't know what to think of this news, so I'm going to let Dan take it.
Okay, real quick, for those of you who have played the Blues Brothers 2000 video game on like the Super Nintendo or something, that's what comes to mind when I hear the animated property, and that's not at all good. But yeah, I think this is a horrible idea, and I can't wait for it to come out so I can rip on it.
I want it to be good because Dan Aykroyd was a comedic genius at one point in his life.
Yeah, it's like Clerks the animated series.
Well,
I like the Clerks animated series.
Yeah.
Really?
I did. I liked it a lot. I did not
That's
like
not
the
the same
Clerks
thing.
sitcom. That was horrible.
No.
If you haven't seen the Clerks sitcom, go to YouTube, type in Clerks pilot. It is horrible. See how long you can watch it.
2 minutes.
Well, yeah, but at least that premise lends itself to the other mediums. Like, I don't see, like, what are you going to do with a Blues Brothers animated series? And then, like, also, the time has passed for, like, the Blues Brothers. Like, what are they going to do? Go to, like, underground dubstep clubs and, like, like you know, you drag Aretha Franklin out here again. It's like, you made anything? I mean, like, no. I mean, like, the time has passed. You know, it's like, man, I know you want to do something, but now you're like you're no, I think that's a bad idea. But you know, hey, maybe he'll surprise us.
What if they get the director of Saw?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Max,
that guy.
Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi need to work.
You know, like.
Maybe this can be what finally gets Jim Belushi out of his brother's shadow by playing his brother.
No, they're just gonna replace him with John Goodman again.
Yeah.
I like John Goodman.
Oh, I like John Goodman too, but not in that piece of shit.
I agree.
Like I said, I like some of the songs in the second one, but not the film.
Yeah. So, Philip.
Yeah, so no.
Oh, come on, dude. You're not excited about this?
No.
I know you're such a huge Blues Brothers fan.
I actually am, but
Yeah.
I love the original movie. I watched that as a kid, even though I didn't get half the jokes until I was much older. But yeah, and the Blues Brothers 2000, awful piece of crap that shouldn't have been made. And then this, at least make Ghostbusters an animated series. Try to bring that back. That would at least lend itself better, be more interesting if that's not already happening. That might be why you can't do it. But I don't know. I mean, Coneheads, the animated series, try that. Go somewhere else, please.
I will laugh my ass off if this gets canceled and they do a Blues Girls movie starring Kristen Wiig and
God.
Melissa McCarthy.
Absolutely.
Dan Aykroyd is going to be like, damn it, another job lost to Melissa McCarthy.
And then Bill Murray's just going to have a cameo in it just to put Dan Aykroyd off.
Sean, your thoughts on this?
I'm gonna agree with Philip. No. Yeah, some of his other properties would have made much more sense as an animated thing. Especially, Ghostbusters. Yeah, they got the movie coming out, but yeah, why not do a rehash of the '80s Ghostbusters cartoon? Something. Anything would be better than Blues Brothers. I don't see how that works at all as an animated thing.
I think Coneheads and animateds would I mean,
Yeah.
it's great. Like it could be Family Guy, except it's Dan Aykroyd's Family Guy. Like it
Exactly.
could easily be that.
That would be a much better idea. I'd actually be excited to see that.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. But I mean, come on now, Blues Brothers, man. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, they're on a mission from God.
They are on a mission from God.
Well, I know that Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi have been touring the country as the Blues Brothers, so maybe they just want to keep that going as long as they can.
I mean, fair enough.
I mean,
like, seeing
but
it
that's kind of
live,
cool. The animated series.
yeah,
is
like
cool.
seeing it live
Yeah.
and going to watch a cartoon about two dudes rolling around in a stolen cop car. And like,
The silver lining in this story is that Dan Aykroyd has finally moved on from Ghostbusters.
I don't think he has, man. I think this
Until
is
this falls
We're
through.
gonna find out that he's crossing Ghostbusters and Blues Brothers.
no, it's just
together.
The Blues
like
Ghost Brothers.
His recoil to not being able to get into Ghostbusters is like and he's got to do something from his past, so he's just trying. Oh my goodness, this is terrible.
Hey, they're crossing over 21 Jump Street and Men in Black, so maybe they will do that. Ghostbusters and Blues Brothers.
I mean, the Blues Brothers should show up, and they're gonna plan a show in New York City, and some
And it'll
ghosts
be
show
on
up,
it.
and then plan the Ghostbusters pop in.
It's like
I
a
mean-
Scooby-Doo episode.
Yeah, why not?
Or the Blues Brothers are the ghosts.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Hey, yeah.
And you can
Ghost
use some
of,
old John Belushi
yeah.
audio, and it'll be a little less awkward.
You Tupac's ghost up, like, what was that? What was that music festival that they had? They always have like the hologram
Yeah,
ghost.
Coachella.
Oh,
Coachella,
yeah.
Yeah, so you just Coachella up yourself some John Belushi, and you're good to go.
I don't think Dan Aykroyd has that kind of money. Hi,
Yeah,
Rondell.
man. He's got the will to make it happen. We can see a Sleepless in Seattle too.
Jokes about John Belushi, but Mike isn't here.
All right, Rondell, I think is having technical difficulties, but this is the week that we have been waiting a year for, and it is Civil War week. And before we get into that, which we're going to get into that, one story we did not discuss last week that I think we should discuss is that Robert Downey Jr. has officially signed on for Spider-Man. And I love Robert Downey Jr. because he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to be Iron Man. Like most actors try to get away from the superhero role after 3 or 4 films. Not Robert Downey Jr. He's like, you paid me how much for Avengers 2?
Yeah.
$100 million? Yeah, I'll do another one.
I mean, yeah,
He tried to get away at one point, and then just kept throwing money at him. So he was like, oh, okay.
fine. That's fine. And then like, he's already done so much other crazy stuff. Like,
Yeah.
this could just be his cheese period. Like some people have their cheese period at the beginning of their career.
Yeah.
He's just having it afterwards. I mean, like, and you look at like Ian McKellen's in every fucking thing too. I mean, he's a great actor. Like, yeah, man, do it up. I would.
But Robert Downey is one of the best actors in Hollywood, and unfortunately for him, The Judge, The Soloist, all of his, Oscar serious acting roles have not done super well, so he's just embracing this Marvel thing because it's working really well for him. The critics like the stuff, the fans are eating it up, so why not? Why not do it as long as you can? I mean, he's only got so many years left anyway.
He doesn't have to do much either. I mean, as soon as the Iron Man helmet's on him, it's a stunt double doing all this stuff. All he's got to do is voiceover. And he's getting, bags full of money just to sit in a recording studio and do some audio. Why not?
I gotta believe that they put him in the little motion cap thing, so it's actually him. Like,
Yeah.
Robert, we'll give you 2 dump trucks full of money. I don't know if I can. Okay,
2.5 dump trucks.
make it 4. Make
3
it
dump
4 and
trucks.
I'm in. Just put it right on my lawn.
At what point will he just own Disney and, he'll just have complete control over everything?
Disney still makes so much more money.
Yeah.
Like, they make money hand over fist. They can just hand Robert Downey Jr. dump trucks full of money, and it doesn't even eat their costs.
The next movie has to be like gold bullion.
Yeah.
Like dump that shit in his lawn and leave.
He sinks his driveway.
Just drives over it to work every day.
Rondell, you back?
Nope.
Nope. There was no rundown.
Philip, what are your thoughts on Robert Downey Jr. and Spider-Man?
I kind of expected that they were going to need some character to tie it in. He made the most logical sense. And then with kind of what we saw from the trailers of Spider-Man, it definitely looked like there's already going to be somewhat of a history or some explanation going into where the technology of his suit kind of came in. Because I mean, even with Spider-Man as a genius, some of that technology sounded pretty fancy on what his eyes were doing. So I'm definitely I'm excited for it. I mean, I'm more excited for Civil War, since that's literally actually not even a few days, 2 days really. I don't have to wait as long as 2017, I think, for Spider-Man. So definitely excited. Sean, what about you?
Yeah, I'm psyched for Civil War. We've had our tickets for a couple months now, I think. So yeah, I'm pumped to go see it, and I'm a huge Spider-Man nut. So I'm just curious to see what all he's going to do. I heard he's got like 30 minutes in the movie, so it's more than just a little cameo.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about Civil War, guys. It's happening this week, and Marvel did something that most studios don't do. They released this movie to the critics a month in advance. That's crazy. And they didn't have an embargo. I mean, they had like a 2-day embargo, so the ratings came out, and right now it is sitting at a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is pretty impressive. I can't wait to see this movie. This is probably the most excited I've been for a Marvel film in a long time. The trailers look really good. It looks like it's going to be an emotional film, which I don't know if we've really gotten so much from a Marvel film yet. It looks like we're gonna finally see Spider-Man, and from what I'm hearing, Spider-Man done right. I can't believe this. Dan, what are your thoughts on Civil War?
I can't shake the idea we're going to see Robert Downey, Jr. just holding Uncle Ben. And that's his cameo in the Spider-Man movie. Yeah, I mean, Civil War, we've been waiting for it. I'll watch it. Oh my God.
That's deep. That's a Rondell answer.
Well, give me the movie, and then I'll talk more about it. Rondell, you working now?
No.
He's just gonna type us stuff, and we're gonna read it.
That's cool then. All right.
But Max.
No, I'm super excited. I've had myself on a media blackout for this movie for the last, I'm gonna say, 3 weeks to a month. So I haven't seen any of the latest trailers. I'm just super excited to see it. I've heard all the good things about it, but yeah, I just can't wait to see it. I'm going to see it on Thursday, so just hoping, all the good stuff. Black Panther, first Black Panther ever. I mean, come on, we've had plenty of fucked up Spider-Mans. We've never had a Black Panther before. That's awesome. Yeah, Black Panther cradling Uncle Ben.
Oh, it's
With
my
great
friend,
power
Ben.
comes great responsibility. Oh no.
So Team Iron Man or Team Cap?
Team Uncle Ben.
Team Iron Man, I think. You guys?
Team Uncle Ben. I believe it.
Rondell, I'm gonna go to your picture, and Rondell says, "I'm excited to see it." Do you want to do a Rondell impression?
What do I gotta do?
I don't do impressions. Has nothing to do with the black and white thing, Max.
Okay, I'll do my Rondell impression.
I'm excited to see it.
Oh,
I'm done with the lead-up trailers, etc. Hail Black Panther! Laugh my ass off for impressions. Yay!
It sounded like Rondell. What does he say? What?
I don't know what those. That
Get the fuck out of here.
You're gonna have to write it out. I don't know.
Get
if
the fuck out of here. That feels
Get,
right.
Yeah,
get
that
the
would be
fuck out of here! I'm Rondell.
I'm gonna say for you, Rondell, Max is still upset that you have the trophy sitting in your living room.
I'm Rondell. I'm a little piece of shit motherfucker. Fuck you. I'm Rondell.
Rondell is still the champ.
And he has a pretty statue, and it's cool.
I know it's cool because I made it.
We should have won then.
Shut up! I hate you so much.
I mean,
like
you
it.
just let Rondell win. Now you're like, oh.
Philip, what are your
God.
thoughts on Civil War?
I'm stoked. I've actually been kind of like Max there and not really paying too much attention. I mean, as much as possible with watching YouTube videos, with getting around the latest news. So I'm very excited to kind of see like how they deal with all the characters. Still kind of to get information on who the hell Martin Freeman's character supposedly is. I'm really kind of curious because I like him as an actor. To see kind of like how they introduce Black Panther and kind of actually go with that. So looking forward to pretty much just the entire movie.
Liz, our producer, is Team Iron Man. That's right, babe.
Cap.
We'll be Team
Team
Iron
Cap.
Man together.
Team Cap.
Team Cap.
Yep, Team
Boo.
Cap.
Team Cap.
Boo. All right. Our team has Max on it. Or the new Max, Scarlett Johansson.
I was like, what?
You don't even know what to say.
That's all you had to learn about it this point, Max.
We talked about it on the last 3 podcasts. That we were recasting Max with Scarlett Johansson.
Our team has Max
That's
on
what
it.
you say?
The new Max.
The new Max.
Scarlett Johansson.
I do want to.
Just roll with our team as Scarlett Johansson.
It's funnier the other way. I want to shout out Rondell for saying fuck for the first time on the podcast. I'm going to take it even though it's initials, so good job. Oh, Rondell chooses Team Cap just because Max is Team Iron Man.
I'm Team Cap, dude.
Oh, he's Team Cap, Rondell. So
It's too
you're
late.
Team Iron
We're on
Man
the
now?
same team, Rondell.
I think you
Can't go
kind of
against
just put
me.
yourself in a corner. I don't think you can change your mind,
Nope,
dude.
it's too late, bro. It's too late. You
Yeah.
already agreed to it. You're Team Cap. There's no going back now, Rondell.
Rondell just chatted he's Team Iron Man.
Nobody
now.
wants your traitorous ass, Rondell.
He could be the Spider-Man of Civil War, going back and forth.
Nah, dude. Nah. It's Team Cap or death.
He said to kiss his trophy.
I will kiss it when I win it this year.
It's a whole year.
Yep.
Jesus, I don't even know where we're at with this conversation. Have we talked to you yet about Civil War, Sean?
Yeah, I said I was excited for Spider-Man, and I'm Team Cap, and yeah, is it Thursday yet?
I got my tickets for Friday, so I'm going to be on a Facebook blackout until Friday night.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thanks.
I mean, it's already,
I'll be avoiding all my
Yeah.
podcasts that I listen to Friday. I'll be listening to It, which is brought to you by Audible.com. It's going to be a good time. Steven Weber from Wings is going to read it to me, and it'll be great.
Nice.
Philip, put some sanity back in our podcast and take us into video game news.
Okay. So yesterday, basically, oh gosh, why did I just forget the production? EA? No. Activision. There we go. Activision dropped the latest trailer for basically Call of Duty, which I think they still have Call of Duty in the title, but it's called Infinite Warfare. Horrible title, but that's okay. I mean, I don't know where you go after Infinite Warfare. Mega Infinite Warfare? I don't know. But anyways, Super there you go.
Deluxe Thunder Mega Infinite Warfare.
Infinite
Typical fighting.
Warfare times Infinity.
Okay.
That could be a sequel.
But there you go. And so kind of why I wanted to bring it up is I remember playing, they're actually remastering the original Modern Warfare, which I actually thought was a groundbreaking game when it came out. And it actually, if you buy Infinite Warfare, it comes with it, which I was like, that's kind of cool. I mean, that's a good way to kind of bring people into the way it used to be. But more what I wanted to talk about was, I don't know if everyone got a chance to see the trailer, or at least the people that did play it. It's a very different game than what I remember. Most Call of Duty games being, because you've got your action sequences, but then suddenly now you're in a cockpit flying what looks like some sort of jet fighter spaceship thing that morphs. I'm like, did they merge Transformers with this universe? I'm like, that's cool, I guess, but it's kind of like, it's interesting. I think it's a bigger risk than it's being sold as now, because I don't think it's going to be the same game most people remember playing, but I'll be curious to see how that works. Dan, look like you have something to say.
I think most people now can say that Star Wars Battlefront kind of sucks and isn't like the old Battlefront. And I think what Call of Duty's doing is making a better Battlefront than Star Wars Battlefront. Because in the trailer, it gives you like the normal like Call of Duty beginning, right? And about halfway, the music fades out. It starts playing some good David Bowie, and they're flying into space. And that's what I'm hoping for. I'm actually hoping for like the space battles from Battlefront 2.
Nice, not bad. Jason, what were your thoughts? I know me and you used to play a lot of Call of Duty.
Oh man, I loved that fucking game. It got me through my first divorce, my only divorce, hopefully. And
Oh man!
It was oh my god! Philip, I would play until 4 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes I'd fall asleep in my chair with my controller in my hand, snoring into the headset, and Philip would be yelling at me like, "Come on, dude, we got to do this," and I'd be asleep, but I was so addicted. Which one was it? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, right?
Yeah.
What we played with Kyle? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. I haven't gotten that addicted to a Call of Duty game in a long time because I don't think I've allowed myself to, because I would. Because I suck at it. And it pisses me off that I suck at it. So I want to get better. So I keep playing until I get better. But I don't ever get better. So I'm constantly playing. Yeah. I would get like negative kills. And our team would still win even though I was negative like 100 points. It was bad.
When you shoot yourself?
It was bad. I finally did get to an even thing where it'd be 15, and my current wife is telling me that if I got addicted to Call of Duty again, I would be divorced again. Anyway,
you'd be divorced.
I finally got to where my kill-death ratio was even, so I take that as a win. But I sucked at the game, and I won't allow myself to play it online anymore because of that.
I've sucked at first-person shooters since GoldenEye taught me that I wasn't supposed to play first-person shooters. And, yeah, I got a rule. If I'm playing, when I get to 3 kills, and this is cumulative over games, when I get to 3 kills, the game is over. We're playing something else. You'll get like 7 or 8 rounds in easily before I get 3 kills. Yeah, so I probably won't be playing Infinite War or the 1 Minute War or any of it.
Spaceships.
I'm so terrible at it.
Oh my god, GoldenEye was another one. I used to play that game all the time. I sucked. I never killed anybody.
You're supposed to play first-person shooters. It's fine. It's okay. Like, you're just bad at them.
Actually, License to Kill I was okay at because it was one shot and they were dead. So sometimes I would get lucky and kill somebody. But without the License to Kill, I couldn't kill it.
And I thought maybe after joining the Marine Corps, my first-person shooter would go up, but I still suck.
It doesn't translate the same, Max. No,
not at all.
No, it doesn't.
Sean, did you ever game at all with Call of Duty?
No, because I am like Max. I suck at first-person shooters, so I do not like them.
I can understand that. Yeah, well, so actually what turned me off most internet gaming, well, at least most multiplayer shooters anymore, is the 6-year-olds using more foul language than a sailor would.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're so fucking racist. Like, I'm learning racial slurs playing Call of Duty. Like, I've never heard those before, and these freaking 5-6-year-olds that need parents are saying this awful stuff. It sounds like a little Adolf Hitler playing Call of Duty.
Awesome.
Ugh, that does make me mad. Those kids should not be saying this
Rondell
word.
says, no, I've never bothered to play any of the games.
But yeah, and just to make you a little happier, Dan, the Battlefield 2 or Battlefront 2 is actually going to include everything you're missing.
Oh, I want to rant about that too. I'm tired of these companies releasing half a game. Like, they put out a game and it doesn't have hardly anything on it. Then they make you pay another $400 to get the rest of the game that you should have gotten when you paid your $60.
Yeah, a bunch of jerks.
Now, I get it if they give you a full game, kind of like Warcraft does, and then a few years later they throw on an expansion. That's okay. But when you charge me $60 for a game and then 2 days later add a $20 or $30 map pack. That's shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, I am ranting a lot, aren't I, Rondell? I'm sorry. Those kids on Call of Duty really get my blood going. It really makes me mad.
That's all I've got.
And those guys need to look at guys like CD Projekt Red that made The Witcher and Rockstar and learn how to make a complete game, and then make your money on add-ons later that are also expansive, like The Witcher. The new expansion coming out for that is supposed to be 20 hours long.
Or even like
That's
GTA
awesome.
5.
Yeah.
Like, I loved all the story mode play, all that's great, and then the online was something else entirely, and they both
Yes.
worked really well. Like, just saying, you might want to finish it and then put it out.
Yeah.
Like,
I suck at GTA too.
GTA was a little better at it because they got auto aim, so you don't have to actually do anything. You just like
Yeah.
hit it, go to that.
Shot that dude out of a helicopter.
Yes, yes, you can. You can shoot people out of helicopters with handguns.
All right, let's go to Max so he can tell us that he has no comic book news. Max.
Actually, I do have a little bit of comic book news.
All right.
Mark Millar, he's got a couple of his titles that are they're being made into movies. Super Crooks and American Jesus, they are also getting sequels in the comic book world, so we're going to see some more runs on those. Cool. Touching back with your favorite characters. I read Super Crooks. I haven't read American Jesus. Super Crooks was pretty. It was pretty basic. It was a lot of fun, but it's an Ocean's 11 kind of heist movie with superpowers, and you meet some zany characters, and they break into an impenetrable vault and get away with it or don't. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I can see it making a pretty fun summer movie. Michael Bay could definitely get his hands on this one, and he probably wouldn't even ruin it.
That's that basketball and explosion.
Yes, explosions and everything. But yeah, so more Mark Millar movies. How do you feel, Dan?
That's fine, I suppose. I'll catch them at some point.
Because with his movies, like, we've got Kick-Ass, which they were pretty faithful to, and then we've also got Wanted. So
yeah.
Kingsman.
Oh yeah, the Kingsman is really good. The Kingsman is really good.
And didn't he write Civil War?
Was that him on Civil War?
I think so.
Yeah.
Somewhere around here.
That was him on Civil War too. So yeah, Mark Millar is just killing it.
Well,
Yeah.
Sean would know.
Yeah. But yeah. So Sean, how are you feeling about some sequels and some movies?
I enjoyed the Kingsman and Kick-Ass, so yeah, I'd like to see what they do with these. Hopefully they get a good production team behind it. I haven't read either of those books, but I'm looking forward to he is doing a book with Greg Capullo, so I'm looking forward to seeing what that turns into.
All right. Yeah. Greg Capullo is on Batman. Oh, they just finished on Batman. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. So
Yeah.
they had 2 years over there.
5.
5 years. 5 years. Goodness. So yeah. All right. Philip.
I'm definitely. I like a lot of the later movies that Mark Millar has done and been involved with. So I'm kind of curious to see. I enjoyed Kingsman a lot. So I'm kind of curious. I mean, Wanted was fun for what it was, but yeah, from what I heard from everybody, it was not at all faithful to the comics. So I'm kind of curious to actually kind of see where they go with these other ones, and it'll be fun. As far as the books, I probably won't check them out, but maybe I will. It all depends on timing.
Rondell has a comment. He says, "Oh wow, Max has done something." Fellas, we've had enough black on black crime. Why do we have to have it on the podcast? Could you guys just lay off each other for one night? One night.
He starts it.
Hey, Rondell, say some shit right now, Rondell. Say some shit. Oh, yeah, you can.
You
That's
started.
right.
All right, anyway, this podcast was brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/3geeks. There's over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. I want to thank our guest, Sean Forney, for coming on today. You can check out the link to Sean Forney's Kickstarter in the description of this video. Please do support independent artists. And also follow Sean on Twitter at Sean Forney Art. Is that right, Sean?
Yep.
Okay. And also, Mike's not here today, but I want to pump his YouTube channel. So go to youtube.com/Mike McGTV. He's working on one of his short videos right now, so definitely check out his YouTube channel. It is also in the description of this video. Follow us on Twitter at 3Geeks Podcast, and we have T-shirts.
Yeah.
Mike has T-shirts. I don't have the link to Mike's T-shirts, but I will get that and tweet it out. But we have T-shirts, and the link is below in this video, so get some 3Geeks T-shirts. Some pretty cool stuff.
I'm coming for you, Rondell. I'm going to get that trophy back this year. I'm coming for you.
And from all of us, have a great night. Thanks for tuning in.
Looks real scared.